Hello, now then, welcome back. This is episode 6 of the experimental 1.0 Folktails playthrough on the pressure map. Last time we did quite a bit of good work underground. I'm hoping not to go back down there today. However, just as a bit of a slight recap. We caged this off, we've caged this off, so we are bad tide proof from here, as these were the last two unstable cores to go off, I believe. I can't find any more. We do need to fix this area slightly down here, due to the fact that, well, it needs fixing, because it takes ages to fill up. So that's probably going to be today's mission. We could blow all this and sink it all out, but let's just get the beavers rocking and rolling. I am playing the latest update, so there are probably going to be 1,000 achievements popping up. I've just made some up as I started the game, so yeah, there's achievements now. I will see what they all are. They're on the very, very edge of the screen, which are not recorded, so you will not be able to see them, but you may hear them beep. So... anyway, where are we in terms of beaverness? So, we did a little bit of protection around here as this flooded. I believe, I don't want to commit to it, but I believe we are bad tide proof. Controversial, I know. But there's no way for it to get in here. There's no way for it to get in here. Oh, and there is, technically, because it can come out of the seep here. But this is a problem we do need to fix somehow, some way, to try and bypass all of this. Now, that's probably going to be a tunnel adventure. As always, everybody loves a nice tunnel. So probably just sink it straight off and spit it out somewhere around here. But we are not anywhere near, as far as I can remember, even remotely dealing with any of this. So we are, I think, comfortably set. We just need to improve things significantly for the beavers and up that tech tree. So because we're in Folktails, we don't have access to engines. This map doesn't have any of the usual normal standard things that you would hope to find, such as, but not exclusive to, the steam engine, whichever one it is. Geothermal vents. So, yeah, we're kind of stuck. This is it. All we've got, windmills, and they are pretty poor. We could look to unlock this. We have the science for it, technically. But we don't have the paper for one of them. Mainly because there's a lack of storage and beavers to do anything. So, most of the construction is going to have to wait until we're in some sort of decent situation for that. So what it's going to be, I think, is moving the industry from over there to over here, because we have 3 nice little wheels here that could be very useful for us. So, let's begin with that, shall we? So what have we got over here? There is the old metal mill, which is currently doing nothing, so it's kind of useless. So let's lay this in first, I guess, as it fits ever so nicely in there. Probably bringing everything up and around. We have also got this area here, which, if you are new to the series, was due to the fact that there was a slight emergency with all the unstable cores. We had to move very swiftly to save some beavers over here, which got them away from this being constantly filled with death, to being just a little bit better for us. But we probably do need to look to move them back, potentially. We don't have the gears for this either, do we? No, we do not. There's a shocker. So, yeah, it's going to be a bit slow going, I'm afraid, folks. We do need this to end, which is nearly over. Still plenty of water in here, so I'm hoping that this won't take too long to flood. I would like to turn this into a reservoir, eventually. We need to get the water to fill it up, I suppose. And we probably do need to get the beavers to do something a little bit cleverer when it comes to getting into here. So, I think for now, it's probably best if we just go for dams, if I'm honest. There's no simple and easy way to get across, but we're going to have to put that in, so... I would like to get this installed. We've apparently survived our first drought, which is not strictly true, but thank you, Chivos. Right, so let's lay that in there, and we're going to need some stairs. And it should always be clean water, so I don't think we need to worry too much about it, so... There's probably quite a bit they need to construct with this. That's never going to work, so don't build that. That's never going to work either, but this will. There we go. So once that path and stairs and everything is laid in, we should hopefully be able to get a bit more done. They can't get up there, can they? Okay, well, we'll see how that goes for us. Is water back up here? Yes, it is. Okay, so we should get some power coming through here somewhat soon. We do need someone in here. What are we out of? Everything? Yes, everything. Okay. Thanks, it is as well then. We should. Have we got any spare beavers? We do not. Hoping that doesn't stay flooded. It didn't last time. We'll see. Oh, well. Also wasn't on 1.0 either. That should fix that, hopefully. I'm happy to be flooded with water. Less so bad water. There we go. It's receding now. So, good. Everything is coming up. Millhouse, I suppose. Awesome. You don't have much of a reach there. Would be nice to plant some more trees, I suppose, but... Yeah, we're still really short of beavers, to be honest. We've got nothing to do in there because they can't build this, because we can't get the bits, which... well, I suppose we have a singular hauler. Who just died. Nice. Thanks. Against my better judgment. Actually, no, we have 6, with which 4 of them are about to become adults, so I will leave that alone. I did contemplate just opening up another bed. Well, all 3. Planks rolling in. This is good news. Do we have anyone spare that can come into here? Don't know where they've been stolen from, but they should all be powered. I do think it's probably worth having someone in there as well. Ah, we have some spare beavers. So, we have... No. We had 2 spare beavers. They've just disappeared, but never mind. So these guys are digging up those, which is fine. Okay. Sink them into doing this for me, please. How I can do that? There is already a path. Fantastic. Okay. Should mean that that is now very much reachable. It is a lot of planks, I appreciate that, but storing all this water will be much better for us. So block them up and a dam, and we should be able to flood this area. Yeah, it won't cause any impact from that, that's perfect. I might unplant these actually, because then we can watch them spread. I'm hoping they'll take over what's left. We'll see how that works out for us. How many planks? We have 11, so that's fine. I think they're all still dumping them into there, which doesn't really help us too much, but still. Do me these, please. Cure. Hopefully sooner rather than later would be nice. Yeah, I'm guessing they're having to go to the other side of creation to get bits and pieces. Yeah. There's pack storage down there, so this should be okay. He says. That's paused. Do we have no potatoes? I think they should send them on a harvest spree, I think. Let's see how we're getting on. Okay. Making the dear sweet time to get any of this done. Understandable, I suppose. Cool. Okay. It's probably worth saying quick pause on that, to be fair. Okay, so how are we doing for water generally? Not the best. It is going up though, so I think that's a decent place to be. I would like someone in here. Not sure where we've stolen them from, but we've stolen them from somewhere. Everything does seem to be covered, to be fair. I don't think you need to be doing anything there. We stole the hauler, fair enough. Cool. So, in theory then, we can do this and this just to take all that out. Now they are going to need to get down there, which means we're going to need to install some stairs, or we could do it sensibly. Do me that first of anything. Oh no, they can build from that side. Actually, it doesn't matter. Do me this one solid, my beaverly friends. Thank you. Actually, no, we don't want that at all. You do not want that at all. We want that. That's what we actually want to do. And they will be able to do all of that because they can get to it from the top on here. So that will be slow, but very doable for them. We certainly have the logs for it, so that's fine. Let's get them over here. Yeah, okay. There's nobody spare, but if someone does become spare, unpause that. And we should be now filling up this area quite nicely. Let's see. Yep, slowly going up, but surely. Not entirely sure that we're going to get that much out of it, but it will. This eventually does need to be a sluice. Again, a million miles from a sluice. Oh, are we actually? Let's just see. Oh no, we have a sluice unlocked. What am I doing? What am I doing? Stop, stop, stop. You don't lock sluices? This is the better question. That's what we want. It's not ideally what we want, to be honest. We're going to need to rejig this slightly. For now, it will do. Yeah, so for now, I'm just going to do this. So this is just going to be closed. It needs fixing. I need to bring all of this forward slightly, but it means we're doing all of that stuff, which we don't have the bits for, fortunately. But yes, anyway. There'll be a bit of flooding. They'll be fine. Let's do this loose so we don't lose quite so much. We have the metal for it, so it shouldn't take them too long to chuck that in for us. We have the builders, so what are they doing? Thank you. with planks too, so hopefully they should be quicker than this, but seemingly not. Let's just pause them a sec and increase that a sec. You're doing it from on top here, fine, but thanks. At least we're storing a bit more water, I suppose. So we can at least let all of this out, so just to feed and water the area, which is all it's really going to be for. That's obviously killed flow. So we're probably due a turn of the tides at some point, so be it a drought or bad tide. It's getting that way. This does need fixing at some point. That's potentially where all our planks have disappeared to as well. Never mind, it's a bit of recreation for them. Cool beans. Right, so we have a reservoir, so let's just get 2 more back in there. Ooh, they're getting shut down. Right, let's concentrate back on this. So I suspect that they're going to do the swing lanes first. Yes. Okay. It gives them a bit of joy, doesn't it? So we'll leave them to it. Okay, so there's a drought warning. Why is this contaminated? Aha. Where's that to? Oh. Okay, where do you go? That will possibly cause us some pressurization issues. As well, in fact, this giant hole here. Yeah, okay. So we need to fix that somehow. Let's go see through. How best to fix this without sinking 1,000,000 tons worth of, well, everything. It's probably impermeable floors. Let's just get that for now. And I just remembered that where all the sluices are. I promise you I only played this a week ago. Right, so we do need someone smelting, and we do need storage for smelting, so... Not prime position, but it'll do. So we're done with gears, fine, perfect. There's 10 more planks to go, so that's okay. So that will explain why this won't get any deeper than this, as the water is coming out here. Now, I don't believe we can do much about that. Maybe we can. I mean, we don't have the science or the metal. I think what we're going to have to do down here is a bit of creative engineering, so bear with me on this one. Where is it? I do believe that that would seal it up. And then in theory, all we need to do is that, which may be a colossal waste of resources. That should keep us protected. Okay, so we have a giant drought. The best time to deal with this is probably now, so... does the water leak out here anywhere? Other than going up? No, it doesn't. Okay. So goodbye to that and that. Should reconnect everything back up once that's in. Yes. I do want to get us through here anyway, because I would like to fix this area here. So these are a job for us, as is that. But it's finally flushed out most bad water, so they should probably come and do that first. Cool. That's probably going to need all the beavers we can possibly muster, so steal them from somewhere else. We're out of power anyway, so we're probably not going to be able to build all of this. You do not need to be in there. Okay, so we've got what we've got in terms of power. Logs shouldn't be a problem. It is quite a distance for them to go, though, so they're probably going to do... Are you going to try and do these first? Yeah, I think they are. That's fine, I suppose. Yeah, we'll just leave them to it. Okay, so while we have no power, it's pointless, but I'm gonna... Two loggers. Me one gear. You don't need to worry about paper. From an industry point of view, don't think we need to worry too much about anything else. We could steamroll some science, but again, no power. Might be worth looking at spending some time on that, though. make the footprint of the houses a little bit more efficient. But they're not building anything yet anyway, so it doesn't really matter. At least, thankfully, it's a short drought anyway, so... Good, yeah, they're prioritising that. I think I will just split that path for now. Just to stop any temptation. Back up to the top. So the beaver population is recovering just enough, so I think we should open up another one of those. Food's phenomenally bad, so I'll get these guys on harvest. These guys down here should be on harvest, which they are. Put them back on plants. That's that out of water, but it'll be fine in a couple of days. So I can actually, it's pointless doing anything, so pause that. This will crack on with that. I hate the intermittency of these. They are pointless windmills. Shame we don't have underwater storage, that would be better, but that'd be a better choice. I don't think it really matters. Probably could make it a bit more efficient for them though. Yeah, looks like it falls out the back of there, so never mind. I'm not sure if they actually build quicker if it was empty. If I'm honest. Although I do wonder where it drains off to then. As there's no actual gap for it to leave. Okay. Not sure what's going to happen with water. It should at least flood this area. At least we're in the situation of having that massive hole. Okay, so I suppose just leave them to it. As tempted as it is to get them to do something a bit quicker, don't think we're in that situation. I suppose you can go haul. Food's not looking super great. There's quite a few carrots coming in there, so that's okay. We can put someone back in there, so let's just do that. Okay, so it is flowing, so that's good. I don't think we're going to get any water up here. What we do need to fix, looking at it, is this giant hole here. As the water can come up here, but only to a point. So it gets blocked there, but then at this point it can go up and out, so that's probably going to cause us some issues as well, but this should be fixable with our good friend, the old overhangs. And small ones as well, so let's just have a look. They not okay for that height, I see. That would work. How would they then? Yes, I would. And we are sinking a hell of a lot of metal on this, but never mind. That in theory should be able to allow them to stop any of that being a problem. And I'm not sure if they can reach those. I suppose we'll see. Just need to build a tube for this all to go into. Is it now coming up? It is not. Not sure why that would cause it so much of an issue, but how about that? That sort you out? Seemingly not. Oh, it's because we've uncooked it, haven't we? That's why. So this is supposed to be blocked, and then yes, okay, fair enough. I understand. I get why it's broken. So they are going to take their dear sweet time laying all of this, unfortunately. But the plank numbers should work in our favour by that point, as long with that. So we need 1, 2, 3, 9, 12, 23 blocks. It's not going to help at all, is it? I think the pressure is just a tiny bit too much. When we do get the water coming up through here, it is probably going to be a problem for this falling over the side, but we'll see how that goes. I don't think we can do much about it, to be fair. Excuse me. No. Alright. I just kind of just leave it as is. So if these are lost towards the stone in any way, not sure how you can flood a tank, but there you go. Suppose if we does that help? Does, and it'll probably be a problem. But if that drains, we can always slam it shut, just so we've stopped the flooding. Okay, so I think we do need more hands on deck for this, to be honest. Give me a builder. I think that's not a bad commitment. So hopefully they can build that next time. Let's see, we've got 2 babies. Weirdly, people are thirsty, but they should be able to go get a drink. Yeah, was that mega excessive? I am tempted to open another house up. Gonna do it. One more house. Okay. Shouldn't take them too long to build, hopefully. Fingers crossed. Need a ton of logs, so hopefully they shouldn't be too long bringing us that. We do still have 4 builders. It's fine. Farming's not great. These need changing really with sluices, to be fair, but kind of is what it is. What's flooded? Really? Yeah. That would fix that, but never mind. There's enough to keep it away from the edges, so that's okay. Having a bit of a fit about it, but should be alright. And any spare beavers should now go into there to help the builders, and hopefully we should be able to get them on with this job faster. I guess that's just the order I built them in. Never mind. Do I pull them from somewhere else? Very tempted. Very tempted. Plant a load of stuff, I think. Then we'll take the 2 out of there. No, we can definitely pause you. Okay, now we're full on there. So we have 8 builders at this point. Builder beavers, they should be able to hook us up with a bit of speed boost. Doesn't help that it's on the other side of creation though, so... Tearing through it now, so this is good news. We're probably going to hit a bad tide at this point, I think. Is the next one. If it's a drought, we're in good stead to get this finished. She needs to be hit with a hammer. It's not wasting that much water out of here at this point, so it's a good sign. The sluice that we opened up down here is doing its work. And we do need to remember to close it though. It would be good to be able to put some storage down here for them, but it doesn't work in the wet, so... Is what it is. Okay. So these are looking fine. Still look good there. You've got nothing to do, so go find something else. If you're bored, you could make some gears, I suppose, but don't really want you to do that to take away from what we're building down here. Just do me these two first. Coolio. Right, so I don't know how many actual planks I can carry, to be fair. As a builder. Logs. More logs. Anyway, right, so food is a problem, so let's see if we can do something about that. This farmhouse is reaching everything that it's going to. At least up here. I don't have dynamite yet. Don't have bad water yet either. Let's see. Don't really have. These mega projects at okay, it's a drought, so we're sort of safe. Yeah, these mega builds at early stages, like we're at with this, are pretty painful. It would be nice to just throw in a giant load of builders' huts and just get them building, and it takes like 2 minutes. See what we will do. Take advantage of whatever it is we're going to get. There'll be a little bit of flooding, but it won't last long. Well, a couple of days anyway. Right, so that's now sealed. Obviously, you can still get out the top. Not for long. There's 12 to go, and then we're on to spending metal, so that should be pretty swift. Depending on how long the drought is, we could send them on to this other side of creation as well. Again, probably not the best idea, but while we're down here, I suppose. What is it? Another 4 things and some sluices. With that, we'll probably break the... Oh, well, we're definitely going to need to seal this back up once we're done down here. Hopefully we haven't totally ruined this. We probably have, but we shall see. The drought's steadily approaching. The berries spreading, they are not. But we are full, so... Just need to be a bit wary with the size of... we could plant more, actually. Let's do that. Okay, 6 days. That's not too much of a worry, I don't believe. Too many to go down here. Three more, and then this should be sealed. Okay, so then they'll start laying the metal in, so that should get covered pretty quickly. I hope. We have a bored beaver, so you can go back into here, I suppose. I like this little spy hole we've got. Be the next thing they do. Looks like they're laying the metal. Where's this? Oh, I think I deleted that one actually when I deleted the path. Fair enough. I'll let them off. Does that mean then that they're working on this? Probably not. Not even slightly. But they will, and that's the most important thing. So this is going to be done quite nicely before the end. Assuming all our beavers haven't abandoned their posts, of course. Kind of stuck for power at the minute, but that'll be fine. Just wait for the wind to blow. It's not enough to power all of these, but I'll probably pause that for now, actually. Definitely enough for that, though. 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. No, it is 10. Appreciate this isn't the most riveting viewing. It's just short of beavers and short of manpower, unfortunately. They're gonna die. They'll be fine. Can't really splash them, unfortunately. Don't even think we have those unlocked. Let's have a look. Give them a teeny tiny break. But they are going to need that path. Or more. I believe in the beavers. I believe in the beavers. Come on, let's get it done. Is this for naught up here? Is everything up here dead? Yes, it is. Yes, well, never mind. It's just... I believe we are... No, we're not. Well, we are done. Just need this to be done, which they'll finish today. I hope. I pray. Yes, okay, so they should be down here now. Where are you going? That's an interesting book. Okay. Well, the water is defying gravity. So, yeah. Beaver science. Beaver science. We'll ignore that one for now, shall we? Right. So, are they working on? Where are the builder beavers? What are you doing? Okay, so they are starting that. Awesome. Shouldn't take them too long to do this, as there's much less of it. Well, I suppose there's more stuff. Right, we'll worry about that another time. So, oh good, we have these done. So, the bad water should be coming back up through here anytime eventually. We are flowing again, so everything's back up and sorted there. So they'll be able to replant. Food's looking much better for carrots anyway. We do need more potatoes, but we should get a few harvests out of these. What are they, 6 days? Yeah. Get a couple of harvests out of those. It's probably better for you to... Need potatoes. plant everything, but so oakify this. Don't have any spares, unfortunately, but it's kind of a problem. Should fix that. So we are getting all the pressure though, so it's no. So it's all the metal. Okay, so then it's just logs and planks. Okay, fine. Shouldn't take them too long for that. And with those open, it should stop the flooding. We are literally at the limit, so... Now what we can do if we start flooding again, we can just blow one of these. That should fix things for us. So that needs fire, well, 3 logs now at this point, and then a hammer. We just need to figure out how they're going to lay these. They are too high. I'm curious to see if that fixes that. Okay, so kid population's not looking too hot, but we are got quite a few fully grown beavers. Well, they do have 7 spare jobs. Where are they? Tree cutting, tree planting, and hauling. Okay, fine. I guess we've experienced a bit of a death wave. Aha, you're in here, aren't you? Let's just move some of this industry about. I don't think we need as many as we've got. Zoot back underneath here. Just needs one hammer hitting it tomorrow. They're all built, and I'm hoping that works. Otherwise we need to figure something else out for this. Okay. You can be reached, and you... I believe that has cheesed their ability to hit that, so nice. Look at them all on the stairs. I'm not sure it's built for 1 million beavers, but... if someone comes and finishes this today, we should be sealed. Which doesn't look like it. Oh no, they are. Okay, that's probably going to cause us a large amount of flooding once that's done. Right. So, while that's seeing if that's a problem, join me this back up, and while we're down here, we may as well just finish this. Then we can pull the beavers back. Too far. Let's see if this is... It's no longer flooding, so that's fine. Okay, good. So... There's probably not enough to surge this. No, there isn't. Okay. Big old effort for them to finish this off. Are these set to... These are not set at all, so you need to close below contamination of 1%. It's above 1%. So when it's a bad tide, it'll flow straight through here. Can't drain anywhere, which might cause us some issues, but... It'll either block it off completely, or help us out. If anything, it'll stop contamination, so that'll work out quite nicely. But I think, I apologise for it being a particularly boring episode. Next time I may look at ignoring the underground altogether, seeing how bad the water flow is. As, yeah, it's not been particularly riveting. We haven't really achieved much, although we have moved a lot of the production away from these wheels. So if we get a bad tide, we can at least have some power and not rely on the windmills. We're probably due one for the next cycle. We do need to improve massively in terms of beaver numbers to fill the jobs, as well as... well, everything, really. We have most of the raw essentials. Food's okay. Probably need to start looking into things that's going to be beneficial to the beavers, so maybe it is going to be wheat and bread. And yet another farm. But it'd be good to get enough beavers to fill all the farms as they are to make them a tad bit more efficient, but we've improved the food numbers, though. We just need someone to grill it for us, so there is someone available to do so, which is good. We've doubled the builder beaver numbers, but that's kind of just to speed along the other stuff, so hopefully it wasn't too long at that, but we'll see. We also, next time, will look at sorting out probably an observatory for science so that we can get them out of this thing, these. And yes, it's going to be expansion at that point. The plan, which I mentioned last episode, is to find all of the bad water sources, somehow fix them. It's probably going to be a journey for a drought, to be fair, and cap the things. Which I know will break power, but I think it would be more beneficial to not have the land fully polluted. So yes, I'll wrap this up here. Again, appreciate your patience with this. It was super long-winded. And this down here is probably folly, to be fair. But it will allow us to at least segregate these somehow. We're probably going to need to figure out a way to dump anything that's in here, so we'll probably need to open this back up and tunnel once we get to that point, but we're probably going to get one thing out of it, although there must be a way for this to leave somehow. It's probably there. So it will empty itself, actually, so that's not too much of a problem for us. Anyway... Cool. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. Again, apologise, it's not been super spectacularly visually appealing watching builders to make a tunnel. But necessity is obviously going to make sure that these beavers can at least survive. We've finished with all of the unstable cores, so there's no more dangers from those. So it's, at this point, it's a normal-ish playthrough. So once I've capped the bad water, that's probably it for this series, as we've seen what it is done. I may start to put more episodes out for the Iron Teeth on the Oasis map, as this one is kind of a low and slow kind of thing. I may attempt this map again, actually, with hindsight, I suppose. That is one of the problems, I think, with this map, is that once you know where they are and when they're going to go off, you kind of... Well, it's easy, I guess. It'd be nice if they could randomise where the ones would go up. So if you could set a range for which cycle they went off of, or randomise them within a range. You know what I mean? So if all 10 need to go off within the first 15 cycles, it would pick like the one here last, but like the one that was here went first, or something along those lines. It's that kind of jazz. We have another drought approaching anyway, so it gives the builder beavers down here plenty of time to finish this glorious task off. So yes, thank you very much for watching. If you have any comments, as always, please throw them down below. I do read them and try and respond to all of them. But other than that, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys tomorrow with the Iron Teeth on the Oasis map. Until then, see you later. Bye-bye.